incredible.
Yeah.
Ever since we started kind of following different sailing channels, we watched Sailing La Vagabonde, and I thought one day I'm gonna meet them and I'm gonna go scuba diving with them. And so today is that day.
My name's Jordan.
And I'm Nate.
Join us on an adventure as we dive, sail, and explore this big blue planet Earth. We had spent the last week and a half on the beautiful island of Menorca in Spain. We dove our brains out all over the coastline, challenging ourselves with our deepest dive ever, and some pretty crazy rock climbing in our scuba gear. When we weren't diving, we were getting pulled behind La Vagabonde in the Mediterranean Sea, or lazing away in a picturesque bay with Elayna, Riley, and our fellow ragtag crew of lucky patrons that got the chance to be a part of this meetup. After several days of exploring at sea, we decided to check out the island by land.
This is our new hog for the day. You guys ready to rally this whole island?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So we want to go somewhere here, so we got either off here and then or off here.
You got the plan?
We got the plan.
Where are we going first?
We're gonna go to the national park,
Sweet.
which is called, you ready for me to butcher another name, guys?
Yes.
Are you guys ready? I'm not even gonna say it.
We'll just show you when we get there.
All right.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
We began our scooter mission right by the marina in Mahon. We scooted our way up winding countryside roads until we made it to our first stop of the day along the eastern coast of the island, the Favorites Lighthouse.
We got this. Logan, how was your very first scooter ride?
It was interesting.
Interesting. Interesting good?
Interesting.
You're here, so it's
I'm
pretty
still here.
good. Yeah. Yeah, so we just arrived at the lighthouse and we're gonna go check it out. It's really interesting, like rock formations, and it's very cool, very beautiful, really different than other parts of the island that we've seen.
In the morning when I wake and the sun is coming through, oh, you fill my lungs with sweetness and you fill my head with you. Shall I write it in a letter? Shall I try to get it down? Oh, you fill my head with pieces of a song I can't get out. Can I be close to you? Ooh.
We just almost got hit by a train.
Can I be close?
Oh yes. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, worth the wait. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Got the mussels and chow time. Well, I meant those mussels, but that too. These mussels. Time to put the camera down. Gotta eat that. I think I'm too big for this.
Just tell me.
It's struggling.
Getting drenched around the world.
My butt doesn't fit that well. It's made for small children.
And the day is almost through. Oh, the whole world it is sleeping.
Now headed to a beach called Calais Coves, and it's supposed to be a really cool, tiny little cove. Oh, look at this.
Good choice on the beach.
Oh, this is so cool. This is so beautiful.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
I know what anchorage you're going to on the way out.
It looks a little bit more tropical than a lot of the places that we've seen. It looks kind of like South Pacific almost. Very cool. Oh, look at all these cool like windows up there. So we just went for a beautiful swim, and while I was in the water, Nate was flying the drone, and this boat that was anchored up here asked us if we could email them the footage because they've never had any aerials done of their boat, and we said of course. And I swam out to the boat to get his business card, and he offered to give us a bottle of wine, and I thought, oh, that's cool. And then he said, oh yeah, we're from Bordeaux in France, which, as you may or may not know, is like a super famous area for wine. So we got a really nice bottle of wine, and now I'm excited to drink it tonight.
As sunset approached, we decided to cap off the day with a visit to a bar that we'd been to several days before on our own, called Cove den Savoy.
Your funky drums, and I play them just for you.
By the time we arrived, we were so exhausted and content from the day that we left the cameras in the bag and just enjoyed the ice-cold beer, the great company around us, and the truly unbelievable scene we found ourselves in. This one-of-a-kind bar is nestled into a cave on the side of a sheer cliff face. The atmosphere here was one of utter peace, romance, and a feeling of, pinch me, I'm dreaming. If you've been following along from a few episodes ago, then this footage from our first visit will definitely look familiar. But this bar was way too cool, and we had to show it again in case you missed it before. We did, however, manage to snap one picture of the whole crew. Of all the sundowners we've had on or off the sea, this one will be pretty hard to top.
But baby, I love you. Come set me free so we can be funky together. Oh,
It is a rainy day in the neighborhood. Yeah, a little chilly, a little rainy, but we just arrived in an anchorage, which is near our dive site, and I always say that if it's raining and you're gonna already get wet, you might as well go scuba diving and get wet underwater. So yeah, we were anchored up here. We moored up here, and then we're gonna take the dinghy over, and me, Nate, Riley, Elayna, and Christian are gonna go for a scuba dive at a dive site called Funnels, which is pretty freaking sweet. It's a plan, baby.
We're gonna go to a dive site called Funnels. We're gonna take the dinghy over there. We're gonna moor up, and it's a couple chambers. Okay, so we're going to start by dropping down deep, and we're gonna go into the first chamber. Okay, when you come to the first chamber, it's a big opening, it goes down deep into a cave. there's a tiny little hole. We're gonna shimmy up that hole, okay? And then there's some cool stuff, and then up here, we're going to go up to, and this is bigger than you may think. It's about the size of this boat, going up to all the way to the surface. Up here, there's a bunch of stalactites and stuff that you can kind of see on the side as you get to the surface. Then we're gonna drop back down, and there's another chamber that's going to lead us out. That's the dive plan, okay? All right, let's do it.
Ever since, you know, we started kind of following different sailing channels and YouTube, and we watched Sailing La Vagabonde, and I went on their website and I saw that Elayna is a scuba instructor, and I thought one day I'm gonna meet them, I'm gonna go scuba diving with them. And so today is that day. So it's a really fun day for us to do our favorite thing in the world with people that we really admire and look up to, and just it's like surreal. I'm so excited.
As we made our way through this beautiful labyrinth for the second time on this trip, I couldn't help but think about how much we had experienced since we dove it on one of our very first days here. If I've learned one thing from our whirlwind 2 weeks in Menorca, it's that anything is really possible. Here we were, 60 feet below the surface, navigating our way through an underwater cathedral with Elayna and Riley. If this is just the beginning of what's possible for us, then I will never call any dream of ours too big ever again. After the dive, we decided to sail over to Calais Coves, the stunning little cove that we rode our scooters to a few days before.
We have arrived! Check out this awesome image. Oh, so beautiful.
Your anchor. Yeah. We go in here a little bit further, although where's this guy's anchor? Nate, get in the water.
What you doing, Nate?
We're gonna go put a line ashore on the stern so we're not swinging.
Yeah.
Don't you crash my boat, Elayna.
Have you ever seen Austin Powers? where they do the scene where they're like pulling stuff out, and it looks like they're pulling it out of the ass, like the silhouette, you know?
Yeah.
At one, so Riley was like bent over and Nate was behind him. And it was the perfect angle. It looked like he was pulling the rope like just from that thing. I was dying.
I want to make sure the explosives didn't get wet, but I can't find them.
Look in the bottom.
Okay, I'll dig a little deeper. Wow, this bag is really full. Good Lord, Austin. What sort of things do you keep in here?
Anything that catches my fancy, you know? Give it a good tug.
Ah!
What is it?
It's a gerbil. How did that get in your bag?
I don't know.
We're going to the City of Death. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. This used to be the City of Death, and then it was the hippie town. It's about to be the hippie town again, because we're here.
I think we go this way. We're on our way to go check out some caves that were apparently where they used to bury people, like graves. So hopefully there's no scary dead bodies in there, and hopefully we're not haunted for the rest of our lives. That's my goal for the day. That is one sexy beast over there. Look at that bad boy. Bad girl, rather. Made it to the first cave. So far, no ghosts. Feeling pretty good about this. Definitely smells like hippies in here, though.
Yeah. It was an old Roman burial site, and then after that it was used as a harbor for the Romans, I believe, and then hippies used it in the 60s. That's all the info that Logan provided for us, who did the research. He did his homework. We're just along for the ride. Definitely hippies on this one. Look at that heart. Hippies.
Oh my god! Yes! Yes!
We soaked in every second of our last sail on the Vagabond. We were chilled to the core from our dive and the crisp wind that filled our sails. Somehow, we were gliding through the choppy seas, and as the sun crept closer to the horizon, the clouds began to disperse and the sky lit up with pinks and oranges. While it was sad that our time on the Vagabond was coming to an end, we felt a new rush of inspiration to continue down the bumpy but endlessly rewarding path that we've set out on.
Good day?
It was a great day. Yeah. It was a beautiful sail day. The sun came out in the end.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I love this boat. I actually, I don't know, it takes you a minute to get your bearings on a boat. Things started clicking today. Started to be a lot more help as crew. It's fun. It's a really fun day. Loved it.
So show me family, all the blood that I will bleed. I don't know where I belong, I don't know where I went wrong, but I can write a song. 2, 3, I belong with you.
You belong with me, my sweet home. I belong with you. You belong with me, my sweet home.
I really want to come here with you. You'll be my American boy. Take me on a trip I'd like to go someday. Take me to your cabin to see. I know what you boys are doing. I really want to come here with you. You'll be my American boy, American boy.
That's a wrap, guys. That was Spain. That was Menorca, my first time to Europe. Riley and Elayna, I gotta say, are some of the nicest people I have ever encountered ever. I'm blown away by them. They deserve all of the success that they are getting.
Every day it was, you know, we're going on a sail, we're renting scooters, they really invited us into their world. I know how much work we do for our YouTube channel, and I can only imagine that they're doing 10 times as much at their level of success. And so for them they pretty much took an entire week off and spent just about every moment of each day kind of showing us what experiences they get to have.
So if you haven't already, subscribe to their channel. You should, because they make amazing videos and they're so much fun to watch. With that, Spain, check, check, check.
Hello friends, thank you very much for watching our latest episode. I had a blast editing these videos from our time in Spain. It was like just reliving all the magic all over again, so I hope you had fun watching it, and if you did, then please give our video a like. It actually really helps our channel out if you do that. But I am not here just to make the obligatory like our video, subscribe to our channel speech. I actually have a very, very exciting announcement to make, which is that Nate and I are getting ready to go visit our very dear friend Rick Moore on board Sophisticated Lady in the Caribbean in a couple of days from now. We're also going to be meeting up with some people that a lot of you probably know. I'm not going to say who it is just yet, but if you follow us on Instagram or especially on our Patreon, then we're going to be doing tons of real-time pictures and videos and updates, and we'll be revealing who our mystery meetup is with. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more adventures.